Hi guys, it's me, Andrew Markowitz, and you'll notice I'm on this video and not this video, and that's because, for obvious, terrible reasons, I have found out the Ms. Emery situation has gotten worse. Well, it's a different situation. The truth about Mizkiff has come out, and she has it not come clean, but admitted to the awful crap that Mizkiff did to her. And quite frankly, I'm a little angry about this, and I get a little angry on these subjects for obvious reasons. The absolute bastard that he was to her, and there's not anything more I can do. I'm not gonna. I guess I will let her words speak for herself. I'm gonna let that do at the end of the video. But before that begins, I'm gonna do the only thing I can actually really do for her, which is pray for her, because that's the only thing I can really do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Dear Lord, please watch over and help Miss Emery here with her problems. Please help her get the justice that she deserves. Please help her find peace with you. Please, Lord, keep her in your grace and give her your protection. And this we ask of you. Amen. For those of you who don't know, there was a decent period of time where this young lady here was living with another streamer by the name of Mizkiff. Tensions were always awkward between them. For a while, people thought they were dating. And now we find out that wasn't the case. This will somewhat be my live reaction to her words here, so you might hear me speak in between this, but I'm just gonna let this clip run for itself, because I can't think of anything else to do for her. And I wish I could do more, but obviously I can't. So like I said, I'm gonna leave it to prayer and just pray that things get better for her, and that this is merely the valley in before she starts to crest the mountain. Okay, here we go.
Opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkiff has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now?
I'm gonna take a wild guess here, and I hate to interrupt her here, because what happened to her recently, that's why. This is me personally speaking. I kept completely quiet from everybody, my first incident of sexual assault. My first incident of sexual assault was much worse than my second incident of sexual assault. But I kept completely quiet about the first one. And I really don't want to talk about what I experienced, because one, it'd get demonetized and probably taken off of YouTube if I went into detail, and too. I don't like to talk about it. It's painful memories, and I can tell for her that this is painful, because I've watched her plenty of times and she's never this way, and it's never this painful typically for her. And I just noticed she's wearing a cross. God be with you. So that's my theory, is that she's doing it because, yeah, ironically, having it happen to you a second time gives you the courage to not ever let it happen again and to speak about the first time. And it sucks that it's that way a lot of the times. The first time it happens to you, you just stay quiet and you just accept it, and you just try to pretend like it wasn't real and it didn't happen. The second time it happens to you, you go, okay, that was real, and screw that. That was awful. I'm not gonna let that happen to me again. And I'm gonna speak out about both of this because this is awful. But I'm gonna let her speak, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, I'm right. And again, I will keep her in my prayers.
And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. Okay, so like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger or being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now,
oh no,
I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet, and I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong to keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me and retaliate.
Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. The Lord is with you. The Lord is with you. Don't be afraid. You don't have to be afraid about this. The Lord is with you. He can't touch you.
I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
Good. Good. They're not cowards.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he is a monster.
I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
Good. Don't.
Okay.
Okay. So, that's terrible. And again, I'm probably just gonna end in prayer here on this one, because, yeah. I kind of never really liked Mizkiff. Like, the people I've always watched, I've watched, I'll be honest with you, I watched Asmongold a lot more than I ever did Emaru and that kind of thing, and I've watched Tectone a lot more recently, and obviously you see Nuxtaku in front of me. I've watched a lot of Nux in my time on the internet. Those are the people I've always watched the most. And, yeah. I never really liked Mizkiff. I know that's a dumb thing to say now. He never interested me as a streamer, I guess is the better way to say it. And his discussion on the matter was always a little weirded to me. And now I'm glad that I didn't. And again, I'm just gonna end this video in prayer, and end it that way. I am gonna try and get that part 2 out for this video right here tonight. It might end up getting posted tomorrow, because I want this video is more important to me. But I'm gonna end this video in prayer, and have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, all the usual stuff. But let's end in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for giving Miss Emaru the strength needed to be able to come forward and expose evil and do what you ask of us to do at times, which is, when we cannot handle evil through justice and appropriate justice, to sometimes bring it to social light and expose it to the rest of society as, hey, this is evil and this is wrong. Thank you for giving her that courage and that strength. And I ask that you continue to provide her the strength and the courage she needs in this time of need, and you continue to help her and guide her and watch over her. You do good works in all things, Lord. Even when evil happens, you bring good works from it. I ask you to please continue to do so. Amen.